Wait, we have planned banter?
We don't have scripted banter. That wouldn't be banter, that would be script. We are, however, live. So hello, everyone.
Yep, there is a commercial, it looks like.
Okay. I'm comfortable with there being like an opening commercial. I'm not comfortable with them cutting out our stream to jam commercials in there.
Yep, we're on.
Okay. For anyone who would like context on that sentence, I just became a Twitch affiliate, and by connection, everyone who streams on this channel is now a Twitch affiliate. So we are all figuring out what that means. Please bear with us. And we are waiting for our last player to arrive. So if you're watching this later, there's probably going to be a few minute delay here, but that shouldn't be uncommon at this point. That's what happens when they give me a soundboard. I play good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm also concerned because I was test rolling some of the baddies dice rolls, and they rolled a 6 and then a 5. So I'm worried they're just not going to be that threatening.
Yeah, but also while you were putting stuff in, he rolled like a 19.
That is a fact.
Or 17.
I only have 11 hit points. There'll be plenty trouble.
Oh. Well. Hey! I see a Jacob in the chat. Are you actually here, Jacob, or are you just toying with us? Jacob? So actually, Basket of Mercy, the ads are a thing I want feedback on because I did not enable them, but I was informed by Twitch today that I became a Twitch affiliate, and I'm not 100% sure what all that means.
Oh, hey, I actually became an affiliate just the other day.
Ha! Congratulations! And now you're here, Jacob. We can hear you.
And now I'm here. Yes. Someone turned down my mic. Give me just 1 second. I need to get my foodstuffs.
Okay, get your food. We want you to take care of yourself because you might die tonight.
I mean, that's every day.
Yeah, we're kind of hoping that the ad is just whenever you first get on and it won't just like interrupt.
Yeah, if ads are interrupting, I'm going to go to the settings with a wrench and make sure that doesn't happen again. But yeah, as we're all gathered.
I am struggling. I might want to change one of my flaw things because the chat voted that she was uncomfortable with the idea of circuses or something, but she can't abide them. But I chose the anthropologist background, so that makes no sense because her whole thing is she likes cultures. So I have to figure out a reason why she would be uncomfortable with circuses or something.
Is it
or
the clowns?
different? I don't know.
It is a pretty weird culture.
Because, you can respect a circus and what it stands for and still be creeped out by clowns. I feel like that's a solid stance.
Yeah, but then my flaws would just be she's freaked out by clowns and deathly afraid of cows, which is different than circuses. So that's a way to go. But I just don't think I can keep does not abide circuses.
Let me find a good token image for the clown cow that you're going to face in your future.
I was gonna say, maybe these circuses in this world use cows instead of elephants.
MacArthur Adventures, where we have you face up against your worst nightmare. All right. Well,
Ooh.
I'm gonna go ahead and read us in, as it were, and in the meantime, one of you should consider recapping what happened last week once I finish. But hello, and welcome to MacArthur Adventures. I am Dallas MacArthur, one of the co-DMs here, and we're really glad to have you. Our quick disclaimer before we really go anywhere is that while we are all very proud of our product and have a great time putting on this show for you, we are aware that we could probably use some post-production to clean up that sound quality, and none of us are actually in a recording studio, so bear with us as we have technical difficulties, mic trouble, ambient noise, and interruptions from pets and toddlers. We're going to keep trying to put this forward and hope everyone has a good time. But yeah, tonight is the second episode of our Chaos game, which for those who recognize the ambiance, is happening in the setting of the Darkest Dungeon video game, although the characters were not created with that in mind. The characters were created utilizing a system where they rolled 6d20s and then used those numbers as their stats. So the characters are a little bit ridiculous, and there's definitely going to be some interplay between the comedy inherent in the characters and the gloominess inherent in the setting. So I am excited to see where that goes. We're going to run down the line real quick in the order we appear in Discord, saying who's who and what character they are going to be playing. And instead of a recap, while we're going down the line, I would like each of you to share one thing that you remember happening last week.
Okay. I just had to change my Discord name so that I'd be up on top. I'm Scott. The character I'm playing is Goss. Is a half-orc wizard. And I recall allegedly starting a bugbear owlbear rule. You do not have proof. You cannot pin it on me.
Allegedly. Jacob, you're next.
Oh, hello. Let me swallow this mouthful real quick.
No!
Okay. My name is Jacob. I'm playing a high elf cleric named Lars F. D. Mahikins. And something that I recall is that at one point a very drunken half elf or a high elf cleric went flying last week.
I
think that might have been. I think that might have been before he was a cleric, but I can't be sure.
Did in fact go flying. Sarah, that would have you next.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm playing Volosun Thornberry, a Lightfoot halfling druid. And one thing I remember last week was Mr. Thornberry, Vic Thornberry, ran into the first ever found in the world elvish bird, like elf bird.
Turn myself off mute, and then I'm Casey, and I will be playing Vitandro. And I remember, I believe there was this half-orc that may have started a war, and the rest of us put it out, or maybe that was a bar fight that he started, and the rest of us finished it. I don't know.
All Greek to me.
You have no proof. It all went according to plan.
Last but not least, Amber.
I'm Amber. I am driving home. I am playing the Tiefling Bard Grace, and I had knee surgery last Wednesday, and I thought I was more lucid, but I don't remember much. So the only thing I remember is that she thought she was going to like a rugby game so she could like juggle and make some coin, and it was a giant like war between owlbears and bugbears, and I think she got recruited for something, but I don't remember.
Our intrepid players have just stepped off a stagecoach into a rather weather-beaten and worn-down small hovel. What, pray tell, is your next move? Anyone?
Can I try and remember when I got in a stagecoach and where it was supposed to be going and what I was supposed to be doing there?
You have been invited by the owner of a rather large estate to cleanse said estate of monsters and filth.
Yep, I'm a juggler. I'll be helpful for that.
Yep.
I look at the other people that were in the coach with me to see if any of them are going to take the lead here.
Others.
I don't
Well-
mind being captain.
Ooh, fancy line.
Where are you off to, Vintro?
I'm following this guy.
Excellent.
He should know where we are supposed to go.
The caretaker does look at you and say, well, many go into the tavern first. But that is not the only place in town where one can find refreshment. There is also an old church many go to for enlightenment. If it is weapons or training you seek, then I would look to the blacksmith and the patrol hall. And if you are infected with the disease of the mind, there is an old sanitarium up on the hill.
But
Venton,
aren't we here to do a job? Are we like, is there like a time tomorrow that it starts so we have some time to kill, or what's going on?
Oh, you are not the only ones hired to do this job. There are others. Your expedition leaves in the morning. You may select 2 companions to go with you. Choose well.
I'm looking at Scorpion up in this upper left corner.
You can go talk to anyone and figure out what their game and story is.
By companions, does he mean 2 people in addition to us?
Yes, 2 people in addition
Okay.
to your band.
Would Grace
Anyone in the
have
stream
picked
is
up
going
on
to see
that?
me give names to all these NPCs because I forgot to write them down earlier.
Would Grace have picked up on that, or would she totally have thought that he was like, okay, only teams of 3?
I think it's safe to say that Grace would have picked up on that. So where to first?
Well, my friend, should we do a little bit of pre-gaming?
Yes, I believe pre-gaming would be good. Also define
Please, he's gonna
pre-gaming.
kill me.
You were asked a question. What is pre-gaming?
Pre-gaming's where we go and we get drunk before the game.
Oh, I can handle that.
It's our pre-celebration.
But what are we celebrating?
Our victory!
But we haven't reigned victorious quite yet.
That's why it's pre-victory pre-gaming.
Okay, I mean,
We'll have more pre-gaming later, don't worry.
sounds good to me. To the tavern.
You walk into the bar and you notice immediately that the door is almost completely rotted off of its hinges. It barely swings. It's more about moving swinging pieces of wood out of the way. And there
Like
are,
that.
besides the barkeep, 4 figures, each huddled in a various corner. In clockwise fashion, starting in the upper left, there is a bearded fellow who seems to have used his last couple of coins to buy a large bowl of beer for his dog, and is letting himself relatively starve in order to feed the large hound at his side. Rotating around the room, there's a woman wearing a plague doctor mask, just fussing over various bottles and tubes. Everyone is giving her a wide berth. There's a man with an eye patch wearing full suit of plate armor in another corner, grumbling into his mug about something in a language none of you quite understand. And then there's a man in jester's garb, softly playing a mandolin right by the entrance, who kind of giggles at you softly as you walk in. The barkeep looks up with hollow eyes and doesn't even ask what you want, but lays 2 mugs on the counter and begins pouring a foul-smelling beer into them.
Oh, why? Thank you, my good barkeep friend. Just what the doctor ordered. Ha ha ha. How much do I owe you?
He simply holds out a gnarled and bent hand.
It's like flat
Like
palm?
asking for money. Palm up.
Palm up. Okay, I slap him 5.
He smacks you upside the head and holds it out again.
I give him a gold piece.
It immediately vanishes, but your drinks are served.
Vitandra would also give him a gold piece after saying that, and but he would say, "Oh, these are much too nice for me," and pulls out his red Solo cup and pours the drink into that.
I don't know why he has a red Solo cup, and at this point, I'm too scared to ask.
I think it's because he's used to flying solo.
Blinking so.
Hey yo.
Does chat keep track of the count of times that you have to drop the get out meme, Dallas?
I don't usually drop it during the live stream unless I'm just running tech and sassing people in the private chat. So you have your beer.
When you're a big and famous Twitch streamer, one of the first emoji things needs to be get out.
Get out.
Grace, seeing that they're dropping a ton of coin for like a couple shitty drinks, she's like, "Thanks for paying," and grabs hers and goes to sit down somewhere.
You are welcome, my child.
That is so smooth. I love it. Who do you go sit next to? You heard the 4 characters described.
Well, I'm
Is
not.
there an
I'm not-
empty table?
There is not an empty table. Any seating is going to place you into proximity of one of the figures.
Okay, there's a guy with a dog,
That was
a
dog.
Plague Doctor mask. What were the other two?
Like Dr. Mask, a eye patch and full metal armor, and a jester.
What kind of jester? No, I'll go sit next to the guy with the eye patch and the armor.
As you approach the table, he looks up with a little bit of a snarl in his voice. What do you want?
Nothing, I'm just sitting down.
Fine by me.
I think I'll also sit next to Patchy.
Patchy?
Yeah, Patchy. He's got an eye patch.
I got you. More grumbling. What, did I open a charity or something?
Hello, my child. Have you heard the story of Pan's tiny shoes? And I show him my chick trick.
Grace gets up and goes and sits by the jester.
Okay, Lars, I need a charisma saving throw.
Are you sure? Because I've got a -5 modifier on my charisma.
What do you think would be your response if you walked up to somebody with a chick track?
That's a good point. Charisma saving throw it is. I got a 9.
No, I haven't heard it, and I don't care to. Now you can sip that drink in silence and let an old man have his worries, or I can put you under the table. Those are the options.
Is there a third option in which I down my entire beer in one fell swoop?
You
I
do
do
that.
that,
and I'll let you talk about the damned promised land for as long as you want.
Oh, there's no promised land with Pan, just tiny shoes.
Dismissive hand wave.
I'm going to go ahead and upend my beer.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, boy. Holy!
You nailed it.
Oh, am I at the slightest bit drunk at this point?
Nope.
I think they're watering down the beer here with something. Just don't tell the barkeep. He seems like not terribly cheerful fellow.
He's seen some things. You have impressed this person, and so they're opening up to you a little bit more. Don't be too hard on him. He's been here since before the Troubles.
I'm sorry, troubles? What manner of troubles?
Haven't you heard? All sorts of monsters and nasties summoned from alternate dimensions into this place.
That sounds pretty rough. When did this happen?
Oh, a decade or two ago. The whole place has been festering since.
Sounds like someone should go check that out. See what can be done about that.
Isn't that what we were all hired to do?
Oh, is it? I was really drunk when I was hired, so I don't quite recollect.
Well, the way I understand it, they send us out, just a few at a time, to make, what do they call them, excursions into the ruins. Rubbish, if you ask me. Send everyone like a proper army.
Yeah, well, I mean, ruins are often rubble-ish. I started that sentence without an actual way to end it. I feel bad.
Sometimes you start a sentence and you just don't know where it's going.
Yeah.
We're going to pause that for a second. Vitandro, what are you doing harassing this poor woman trying to mix things?
That's a really cool helmet you got. What's your game? Mine's rugby.
You can tell that this woman is scowling at you despite the goggles and Plague Doctor mask. I don't play games, child. Now, toddle off and find your parents.
That's something I cannot do. I live many hours away from them.
Well, that seems highly irresponsible of them.
But I'm not a kid anymore. I am an adult. I turned 18 just 2 months ago.
Prove it.
Do you say that from across the bar?
Yeah, I'll be like, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Ask him for his ID. That boy's a minor.
Sandra would start, like, running around. I could have sworn I had my student ID somewhere here.
I'm just sort of giggling to myself.
The woman you are running around is thoroughly confused.
Sandro, very embarrassed, but also wanting to keep his drink, would get out of the bar before anyone tried to talk to him about drinking.
All right. Thornberry,
Yes.
you had popped over to the smithy.
I did. I walked over from the carriage. Vic Thornberry is just like ooh and awing everything he sees, even though it's like drab and dreary and the clouds are. Is this environment that I see right with the gray clouds and the okay. Even though everything looks macabre and miserable, he is just loving the scenery, finds no fault in it, and just stumbles his way absentmindedly into a building and says, "Gracious, who put this here? Oh, it's a building, right," and chuckles to himself and walks inside.
Inside, it is quite smoky and a solid 15 degrees hotter than it is outside.
Goodness, it is sweltering in here, Vic says, and starts grabbing the collar around his shirt. But does Vic see any like swords on the wall? Maybe like an anvil,
Give me an
hot
investigation check.
coals. Okay.
There might be walls.
There might be walls. There's a lot of smoke, but you do wander and bump into a bearded fellow who is also smoking a pipe, who is working the forge. Oi, lay off that, would ya?
Sorry, so sorry, my good fellow. It is quite claustrophobic in here. Goodness, have you ever thought of opening a window as you work?
Takes a long draw on his pipe and breathes it out very slowly. You'll get used to it.
My good man, surely an open window every now and then wouldn't damage any of the
You
whatever
touch a
work
window,
you're
I'm
doing.
throwing you out it.
I would love to open a window to help him out.
You gonna open a window?
I'm gonna open a window. Now, how do I convince him to not throw me out and that this is going to be for his betterment? Because Vic Thornberry would love to
Persuade.
So persuasion. Good sir, please to keep whatever it is you're doing from ruining. Let me please open a window.
Let me see what they rolled. Grumble. Fine! Just make it the one furthest from the forge.
Vic's gonna nod and trying to see through the smoke. I imagine him still puffing on his pipe, quite disturbed.
The pipe smoke looks darker than the forge smoke.
Vic Thornberry is gonna trip and stumble and just say, "Oh, goodness, that hurt." Make his way to the window, grasp and feel along the walls for the pane to open it up, and finally get a good look in here.
You open it up. It doesn't do much to clear the air. But it is a functioning smith's shop with a selection of weapons. Just outside the window, which is, I'm going to move your token over here, there's a woman in a tall, round hat pulled very low who appears to be sharpening a dagger.
You see, sir, a little fresh air did nothing for the smoke. Always clears things up. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. What? Hello. What are you doing there?
Sharpening my knife.
Vic's going to nod and say, does that take long?
Hours. At least 4 of them every day.
Well, you are a master of your craft. That blade looks rather sharp as it is.
Roll perception on the blade. The blade does not, in fact, look sharp. This woman does not know what she's doing sharpening it.
I'm making her feel better.
Yes,
I'm improving.
This is definitely some sort of nervous tick.
I am Vic Thornberry. Are you here to help with the
The infestation.
Yes, the infestation. Are you here for that?
Yes. My name is Ella.
Nice to meet you. It does seem like that knife is sharp enough as is. You're doing fantastic work. Are you proficient in them? Is that your choice of how do you say fighting?
Knives, picks, the occasional blow dart.
I've had a blow dart or two back in my day in school. Now, granted, my darts were more spitballs than they were of actual menacing tranquilizers, but I am still good with them. And Vic imagines like him having a dart in his mouth, like one of those blow dart sticks in his mouth, and he goes trying to show how well he can do it.
Give me a performance check. It's a passable performance.
Oh, but those were quite some years ago. But I feel any weapon, so long as you know it, is plenty good enough. Well, Ella, I will leave you to your sharpening. I do hope that you don't tire yourself out working on them.
Slowly nods at you, but makes no further verbal remark. We will circle back around to you.
Okay.
Goss, you just saw Vintardro run out, beer in hand. What are you doing?
Well, I was going to go talk to people, but I'm going to turn back towards Vitandro, seeing that he sprinted out of a bar, because I don't think that's normally the direction he operates in. And so I'm just going to turn towards him and say, "Was there trouble?"
Yes, they want to take my beer!
Why?
I I forgot my ID. We traveled much too far to go back now. But I got the beer anyway.
You honestly think he would care? You already paid him.
Don't know. They ask for IDs.
I don't think I even have an ID. Hmm. I am going to go over towards this caretaker guy, I guess. And hey, is there a place that I could stock up on some spell equipment supplies?
For
Little trinkets and things.
magics and the supplies thereof, you can check the smithy, though he's unlikely to have them. You'd probably have better luck at the sanitarium. They keep such things there.
I see. Thank you.
Of course. Let me know once you've made your decision as to who will accompany you in the morning.
Gives a nod. And starts heading towards the sanatorium.
There's a rather fierce-looking woman outside restringing a crossbow. Oh, you looking to get in?
That is generally what people do at doors, isn't it?
She holds up a key. Pulled this off the guards last time I escaped.
Thank you.
Of course, any day.
Gonna take the key. Then go in, I guess.
The door was locked, and it slams ominously behind you, and you find yourself in almost pitch blackness.
My goodness.
There's a narrow slit of light straight ahead of you, but you can't tell if there's any obstacles between you and there.
Alright, well, I'm going to start walking towards the light. That never sounds good.
Go to the light.
Your footsteps echo ominously in the large chamber. You hear chains rattling on the walls, though you can't see whom they may contain. Upon reaching the light, you see behind it an oddly masked figure. The mask making their face entirely expressionless. Good evening, and welcome to the sanitarium. Most do not find their way inside unless committed to a treatment. Is that why you are here?
Not yet. thankfully.
Scribbles with pen and quill. Then, what brings you to the sanitarium?
I need supplies for my spells.
Yes. What is it you are looking for?
Oh, some soot, some fine sand. Just simple little things.
The figure's writing down each of these in turn as you say them. Excellent. And what may we take from you in exchange?
Some coin?
More scribbling. That will be sufficient for now.
Makes mental note, do not come to this guy again.
Is this a comprehensive list? He holds the things you just said up to your face so you can read them.
I believe so. Oh.
You still there?
Oh, and some. Yeah, I was double checking my spells. There's only like a bajillion of them.
Only a bajillion.
I also am going to need some marked bones.
Yes. Good. Yes. 1 gold coin ought to cover all of your costs.
Okay. I hand him a gold.
He slides it over the counter carefully. I'm glad that is not too much of a sacrifice for you.
Me as well.
Hands you back a collection of small pouches that contain everything you asked for.
Thank you. I am going to quickly turn around and leave. At least attempt to do so.
The woman stringing her crossbow as you come out has finished and is smirking up at you as if expecting you to come back out. I was wondering if you'd make it.
Indeed, I wondered myself for a little while.
So, you gonna come with us in the morning?
Who all is us?
Well, they haven't divvied up the teams yet, but I'm excited.
I'm not sure excited is the word I would use, but...
What's there not to be excited about? Monsters and payment! Bread and butter of our profession.
It will be interesting, to say the least.
Circling back around to Grace and Lars chatting with this grouchy old man. Do you have any questions or comments for him?
So, do you know when you're going to be venturing out to this to the ruins to assist in the cleansing of them?
They haven't assigned me any teams yet. Usually they'd prop me up as a guide.
Does that get tiring after a while?
Exhausting. Have you met the blokes that come through here?
Or would you rather be actually, inside doing actually the extraction or extermination rather?
Well, that's just it. I gotta pull the double duty. I can't just tell people where to go. I have to show them, because they're blind idiots.
Oh, well, all right, I'll give you that one. Uh, would you like to join us as we go to eradicate these the monsters and what's its?
You seem capable. Who else would be coming?
A big pardon?
Well, the you, her, me, who else?
There was that short fellow who didn't have his identification with him, and and then there's this other fella, boop, boop, boo, who I'm not sure where he is off to at this very point in time, but I'm sure they'd all be grateful for a more experienced adventurer vis-a-vis exterminating the threat.
Well, I'm willing to lead your little band. If it comes to that. But whatever you do, I will not work with that man. He points across the bar at the jester.
Oh, between you and me, I'm not really digging his Pennywise thing going on.
Slow nod, more drinking.
The new friendships.
Grace, anything to add? Take that as a no. Vitandro, what are you up to?
Probably just headed down the way.
Down the which way?
At least to here. What did you say this is again?
That is like a training hall. There's a couple of sparring rings outside, a collection of play and test weapons, and a variety of simulated environments within to experiment with maneuvers and tactics.
That seems like a good place to go. Vitandro would charge in the door and say, "We're gonna crush them!"
As you charge in the door, you interrupt a rather dangerous-looking woman with a blue paint on her face, who appears to be trying to decapitate some sort of monster made out of crates with her two-handed axe.
Vitandro will patiently wait his turn. Or is there another crate monster nearby?
There is not.
Yeah.
But if you are standing there watching, she neatly decapitates the monster and then spins around and roundhouse kicks the box into the wall before turning and leveling her axe at you. What do you want, shorty?
Vitandro's mouth is just agape looking at that kick. That is a very nice leg you have.
Yeah? What if I wanted to borrow yours? The axe pivots down a little bit.
I think yours is much better. How about this? And Vitandra would walk up to her and say, we have this thing going on. I'm sure you know about it too. But if we do good together, then you can come be our kicker. Ours got injured last week.
She retracts her axe. Why would you hire me to kick? You've only seen me swing.
Looks like you can kick crate pretty far. How about a ball?
Oh, I can kick a ball. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
That's
Oh,
not
no.
gonna be good.
Oh.
Boom.
Rip.
She kicks you in the nuts.
Ow.
You are stunned.
Vitandro goes to his knees, but still gives the thumbs up.
She's losing her head laughing. Every time with these arrogant men. She goes back to her practicing.
Well, if you're waiting on Vitandra's gonna need a minute or two.
Tandra's gonna
Like-
remember how to breathe. Thornberry.
I'm probably hearing like the tiniest yet highest pitch, like right now, and just like I hear the faintest scream in the blacksmith shop, and I can't place where it is, and Vic Thornberry's just gonna look up and look out the window and just be like, "Huh, but birds don't howl like that," and he just hears like it just oh my gosh, I can just imagine Vatandro just getting the wind knocked out of him. But Vic would very much like, after watching, it was Ella sharpen her daggers, right?
Correct.
I'd like to move around the blacksmith shop and see, are there any staffs on the hanging up or out displayed?
Roll investigation. Not that you can find.
Does the blacksmith look like he's ready to leave, go anywhere?
Absolutely not.
Okay. He's just working away
Mm-hmm.
and smoke.
If
Okay.
you've noticed, not all of the NPCs you're interacting with have tokens on the map. Any of the tokens are characters that you can ask to go along with you on your adventure.
Okay, because I thought this token right here, let me ping it, was the
Mhm.
blacksmith. And I
No,
was
that's a
gonna
hooded
ask-
woman sitting outside.
Oh. Well, I would like to go outside. And if she's near the steps, I'll say, "Oh, excuse me, madam. Let me just walk on down if you don't mind. Why are you sitting on the steps by your lonesome?"
She appears initially distracted. You can see her favoring some sort of medallion in her hands as she mutters in a foreign language and then looks up at you very seriously. My apologies, I was praying.
Oh, my apologies for interrupting something so sacred. Does she have like a knapsack by her side, or does she look like she's I want to know if she maybe is a villager here, or is she also...
She has a traveler's bag that is laying underneath a heavy mace.
Vic will apologize for interrupting her while she's doing something sacred, and he'll ask, do you travel a lot to pray for those who need it?
I do not pray benevolently.
I don't understand. You don't pray benevolently, but if
I
you...
pray for the destruction of my enemies.
I was going to say, a prayer is still a prayer, but for whatever reason, I'm sure your enemies must be... I don't know what to say to that. He says, do you have many enemies?
Any creature that walks this earth unnaturally is my enemy. And there are many.
Oh, then you must be here with the rest of us to wipe out this infestation.
With all haste.
Are you familiar with the creatures we are to face?
Some
Or
of them.
just...
Why do you ask?
Not knowing what we're up against. It would be just not knowing what we're up against. It seems little was given to us, but it's good to know about the world around us.
It would be my honor to teach you. I find most lessons are best taught hands-on.
Well, if we all travel together, I'm sure I can see firsthand what you can do, and that will be an education enough. But do continue with your praying, please. Don't let me stop you. And Vic's going to make his way around the stagecoach.
She does continue her praying. Goss. What's your next move?
Would I have heard the uncharacteristic squealing from Petandro?
Roll perception.
Don't know what that stat is.
I assumed on that 2 dexterity save, I would hear it. I'm sorry for assuming that.
I'm gonna say you didn't hear it.
Okay.
Oh. I definitely didn't hear that. Gosh, I forgot how bad that stat is.
-4 is a little bit different than a +4.
Yep. It's a bit different.
You do, however, notice as you're walking down the stairs, or rather you hear a clinking of chains as a sleeping man beside them, kind of in the hollow between the graveyard and the sanatorium, rolls over.
I'm going to look down at this person. Isn't that a bit uncomfortable?
How loud are you talking?
Probably just normal volume.
You get a snore in response.
I'm going to step back up to this person, whose name I didn't actually get. Say, pardon me, miss.
Alright.
Do you know the story about that fellow down there sleeping in chains?
Oh, you mean the monster? Ah, he's a good one. Yeah, we should take him along.
What caused him to get the name the Monster?
You have to wait and see. It's pretty frightening, though. She makes mocking, like, cat claw
Okay.
paws at you.
I see.
Little rawr, rawr.
Yes. I'm Goss, by the way. Wanted
They
to
call
thank
me
you.
Becca.
What was that?
Or, they call me Becca. Or, a bunch
Becca.
of other dirtier names when they're mad at me.
I chuckle back in response. I understand the sentiment.
So when do we leave?
I would have to check with my other companions.
Well, if I'm not
But I
out here, I'll be in there in chains. Either way, come get me.
Very well. Just don't lose that key of yours.
Did you give her key back?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would. I'll toss her the key back and then start walking away.
She catches it deftly. So, who are you gonna talk to next?
Don't know.
Okay, well, while you think about that, we're gonna bounce back. If I skip anyone, because I don't have a turn order up, I'm doing this from memory, so if I skip anyone, yell at me. But I think it's back to Lars and Grace.
That sounds right.
Alright, so let me go see what the rest of the group thinks with recruiting you for our
Now would be a good time to catch Goss. I mean, your character wouldn't know that offhand, but if you walked outside, that'd be a great time for the conversation to happen.
Oh yeah, okay. I shall return, my child. Doop, boop, doop, 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 doop. Where Gus? Where is Gus?
Over here, to your right.
Over here? Oh,
He, he's the
why
wiggly
is that?
one.
Okay, the wiggly one.
He's a squirmer.
He's a squirmer! I'm gonna change my ping to white so everyone can see it on the draft
Oh,
map.
yes, much better.
Yeah, but mine's the black is in it. Anyhow, boo. Hey, Gus, how goes the adventurer hunt?
Hmm? Oh yeah, we were hunting for party members, weren't we?
Something like that. Did you turn up any suitable candidates?
Well, there is a crossbowman, and I gesture up the hill to Becca.
A crossbowman, you say?
Yes. And apparently a monster in chains.
A chained monster.
I don't know. They're a bit crazy, but I don't think they would really stand out in the group.
Did you get a good look at this here monster? They could be a terribly valuable asset.
Uh, if you want to wake it up, you can go ahead and take a look.
I suppose I could try giving. I suppose I could give proselytizing a try. Oh, where's the monster hid?
It's just over this way.
Just all right. You lead
Just
the
gonna
way.
I'm gonna kind of lead the way and then just sort of point back into the corner. It's like it's back there.
Back here. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Excuse me, my good man. Have you heard the good news?
The creature does not seem to wake up.
I very very gently prod it with my boot. Hello?
Dexterity saving throw.
Ah, heck. Let me get back on the right page. Dexterity saving throw. Ah, heck.
The human spins out of their sleep, chains whirling around them. You see the chains aren't actually connected to anything, as their hand transforms into a claw and rakes across your chest
Oh, heck.
for 6 damage.
6 damage.
What do you want?
I was my apologies. I didn't mean to offend you. You see, we're part of an adventuring party, and we've been hired to exterminate or clear out the ruins. And I was wondering if you would possibly be willing to back us up on this venture.
You see a giant A-shaped scar on the head of this person just thrumming with a green energy. Of course, that's why I'm here. Share the loot, share the kills. Wake me in the morning when you're ready to leave.
Okay. In the meantime, you might want to find a. There's a plague doctor in the tavern. You may want to go get that checked out.
My plague is my strength. My sickness is my weapon. Leave me be.
You got it, dude. And I kind of stumble back over to Gaz. I may have done a bad.
Is that cut across your chest indication of that?
Yes.
I was gonna say,
Yes, it
this
is.
fellow's bleeding pretty profusely from his chest, Gaz.
I don't really have a way to fix that.
Oh, I
You
didn't
mean
expect.
that gauze doesn't carry gauze?
Oh,
I could throw dirt on it.
Throw
No,
some
actually-
dirt on there, it'll be fine.
Let me check my.
I
Oh,
guess I could
okay.
try to freeze it shut.
Well, I've got a spell. I just gotta look it up. What's it called? Healing word.
While you're looking up your spells, Grace, I definitely think you're observant enough to notice that people are at least trying to recruit. What's your idea?
Well, Grace isn't very bright, so I had this thought that she would think, oh, they're trying to recruit people, and then someone that's gonna like pick which two people we do. So she should try and recruit everyone that's not already been recruited.
You can still only take 2 people with you.
I know, but her idea is like that she doesn't know that like maybe it wouldn't be good to just ask everyone and then have to sort it out. Her idea is just, oh, they're asking a lot of different people. I should make sure that we ask everyone so we have like the best pick of the choice without any thought of consequence.
Excellent. So, who are you going to ask next?
Well, I believe I'm sitting next to a jester.
You're close. You could saddle over to the jester pretty easily. But remember,
Because I got up and left the one-eyed guy.
The one-eyed guy, whose name is Marcus, even though nobody asked.
No, she said that she left the guy earlier and sat by the jester.
So Marcus will not work with the jester. Just remember that.
I don't know that.
He said it out loud while you were sitting there.
No, because the second the words came out of my party member's mouth, I was gone.
Oh, never mind then. Carry on.
So I assume I would have noticed that they were talking. Did it seem like he recruited him? And
Oh, yeah.
One of the people. Okay. Yep. Did the jester say anything when I sat down?
You sit down, and the jester very seriously looks at you, and while plucking a few strings on his mandolin, says, "You look as if you've been shot through the heart. But tell me this. Tell me this. Who is to blame? Who gave your love a bad name?"
I've never heard. Is that a song from this region?
Pride, you know, it's like a knife. It can cut you open. Deep inside, words can be weapons. They inflict wounds sometimes.
She's gonna cast Comprehend Languages.
Okay. I run a lot of games every week, and I have seen many people use the Comprehend Language spell, and this is the best use ever.
Understand what the bard is saying.
Sorry about that, Bart.
What do the lyrics mean?
What do the lyrics mean?
So I cast that. I grab a pinch of soot and salt, and I have a little like leather. It looks like a hacky sack that I just roll through my fingers, and I mutter something, and then so I cast it, and then I'm like, can you start over and say that again from the beginning, please?
Well, you look like a clever one who's traveled the world a few times. What brought you to our sad little corner of it? Did you hear me? Grace, did we lose you? Be very
Sorry,
sad.
I had to shout because my dog stole my hair thing and was crunching it.
Oop.
I don't even know where he got it. That's the scary part.
Ooh.
I don't remember what I muted, but my question was, did he just repeat the same lyrics and then I understood the meaning of it?
Yes.
Or, okay, good. So it was worth it. She's like, huh, okay. And then what was his question?
He said you look like one who's traveled the world a few times and been hurt by it, but asked what brings you to our sad corner of it.
Well, do I end up speaking? No. Well, our group of 5 is here to do a job, I guess. I still really don't understand how I fully ended up with these people, but hey, you just roll with it.
He
And
nods
they travel a lot,
knowingly.
which I like.
Working 9 to 5, it can be a way to make a living.
Please don't let me deprive you of your lyric things and then like let you know what it means.
This entire character is just an inside joke
really
with myself. It's fine.
Okay, as long as you still get your. I also don't want to deprive the audience of your.
I'll slip them in. Don't worry.
Okay, good. I think that we're needing a couple more people. Do you already have a group you're with? Are you even here for that?
They generally announce the groups in the morning. But I would love to band with you if that is what you require. My mandolin and I have been some time since we've seen the ruins.
When you say they announce the groups, does that mean like it's like a random, like they determine the groups, or
they pair up any that have not already found companions.
Ah, gotcha. And it's like they try to stick with like teams of 7.
Between 4 and 7. And then sometimes between 4 and 7 return.
Have you, you sound like you know a little about this experience. Have you partaken?
I've been on a few, merely to observe and encourage.
That is likely going to be useful. Yeah. I'm just going to go make sure that we have other people.
It would be prudent to bring others along on this quest.
Sorry, I couldn't hear any of that because the dogs were.
You're fine. He said it would be prudent to bring others along on this quest.
Cool. Well, I'll probably catch you later. And is there anyone else in the bar that none of my people have talked to?
Nobody's talked to the guy with the dog in the upper left corner.
I'm gonna hop on over there.
We'll circle back around to you, though. Vitandro!
Alright. So you said that she got back to fighting her
Smashing
crate.
boxes. Yes, fighting
Yeah.
crate monsters.
Well, I think on the backswing of one of her axe swings that Vitandro would like jump and grab her hands to try to take her momentum and flip her into a grapple.
Give me a grappling check. That's an athletics, I believe.
Wow. That is. Well, listen to Roll20's rolls. There is a 6, a 5, an 8, a 7, a 6, and a 5.
That's okay. She rolled a 4 on the die and only has a +2. So, yeah, you've got her in a headlock.
It's not very nice to play dirty like that. And Vitandro would let go and walk out the door. Or start to walk out the door unless she said anything.
Wait! She's standing back up. I mean, you seem capable. Want to go a round or two at the boxes with me?
They're not moving, but okay.
Perhaps you would prefer a moving opponent.
If you mean sparring with you, that would be awesome.
I do. She throws down her bladed axe and picks up a wooden axe off the wall. Pick your weapon.
Vitandra would put down his shield and just stand ready. Vitandra really doesn't care how this goes.
She takes a swing at your head. She does not take prisoners.
Okay.
-2 because it's a called shot. But yeah, that's an 8.
I don't think that's gonna do it against the armor class.
Nope. I doubt it. Basic armor class is 10, so
That is the highest die we've seen in Roll20 for quite some time.
that is true. How do you counter pare? Like, obviously the shot went a little wide. You can use that to your advantage to spar back.
Yeah, I was gonna say, probably just take both hands and try to get right in the side. Like in the soft spot on the side.
Alright, roll a unarmed attack.
And that is a 3 on the die.
Wow! She dances nimbly out of your way.
Jeez, Roll20.
And this continues for some time until both of you are a little bit out of breath.
Yeah, you're really good. Couldn't land a hit on you.
You're not so bad yourself. I'm Monty, by the way.
Big Thunder.
So you're heading out in the morning?
Sure are.
Would you like an axe?
I would love an axe, but I seem to have lost the people in the party that are already here. So I'll see what I can do to convince them that you're the best one.
Go find them. I'll be here after I get some water. You know, hydrate.
Yep. And Ventadro walks out, still with a little bit of a limp.
Of course.
From... Cause that was hard.
All right, Thornberry, what are you doing?
Trying to figure out how to climb up this. I think this is a cliff or a ledge. I see a bridge that goes out of town, but while I was over here looking up to see if I could find a good view to see any type of birds, do I notice people on top of this?
They're not being subtle. There's a campfire and a lean-to.
Just away from the town, away from
Yeah.
everybody else? How do I get up there?
There's a rope ladder.
How do I climb the rope ladder?
Carefully.
Well, yes, but how does roll 20 let me climb the rope ladder?
You can just climb it.
Oh, okay.
So you probably climb it with like your arms and legs.
Well, yeah, but would this be like an athletics in case, like, just for fun?
As you near the top, the woman in the mask steps to where the ladder ends at the top of the cliff and holds a spear point down towards your face.
I'm grinning from ear to ear and I'm saying, "Hello, you looked lonely. Can I join you?"
Before you climb this ladder to its apex, I need to know your intention and ensure that you're not one of the buffoons inhabiting the town below.
Now, I may seem a bit clownish, but I assure you I am no buffoon. Just merely wanting to get a good view of the landscape and see if I can find any birds to notate.
Roll persuade. There's a decent die roll.
Yay!
Yeah.
All right.
The spear flips around and is now a handhold for you to actually clamber on top of the cliff. And welcome to our camp. I'm Vic.
Jake.
This is Rob. She indicates a fellow in a trench coat cleaning a gun. And this is Marie. She indicates a woman in a wide-brimmed hat. You can see has 2 holsters on her hips.
Well, won't this be a bit confusing? I'm Vol Onsun Thornberry, but my nickname is also Vic, so you may call me Mr. Thornberry.
The woman in the mask raises a small glass. Hey, Vics need to stay together.
Smashing. I assume you're also here to take care of the infestation in the town.
That's the theory, though our meager attempts to recruit in town have been, how did you say that, Rob? Rob gives a snort. Pitiful beyond words. They all 3 chuckle.
How so? Do the people in town seem not interested in getting the job done or inadequate in doing so?
Marie looks up. It's quite simple, really. They just seem incapable.
Oh, but I did seem to run across one who was praying, who seems to be very focused on not only praying for her enemy's destructions, but making sure that comes too. She seemed
Rob,
capable.
having finished putting his flintlock back together, points it absently in the general direction of the town. I don't pray for my enemy's destruction. I eliminate them. Works out better that way.
They do say with the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Would this be your first, well, how grizzlied and mercenary-ish do these people look?
Perception.
Okay, because I have a feeling, but I'm not sure if it's right.
They look like they've been on a number of adventures together. Whether those
That's what I
adventures are
thought.
here or not, that's another thing.
You do look quite experienced, Vic says.
We've been around a time or two, you might say.
Will you, it seems wait, would Vic know that we need to recruit 2 people?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm looking at 3.
You are.
Dun, dun, dun.
I've got a button for that. It's right here.
Thank you. Much better.
Do I notice any fresh scars or blood on? You said this one was Rob?
Mm-hmm.
Do I notice any like fresh scars, like bruised knuckles or like blood on his shirt
Roll
from somebody
investigation.
else?
You do not notice any, no.
I imagine Vic, while trying to study him, the fire is catching, making like shadows and things dance across their faces, dancing across their clothes if they're wearing them, armor if they're wearing them, and I'm not getting a good look.
Well, while you are considering your options there, we are going to actually take our 10-minute break. So to anyone listening, thank you so much for being here. This is where we would normally thank anyone special that we want to give shout outs to. And I specifically want to give a shout out to my players who are joining me. We just switched to the Wednesday night instead of doing Saturday nights. And I'm very glad that people could switch with me. Also, as we noted before, we are borrowing the setting and a lot of artwork from the Darkest Dungeon video game. So if any of this perks your interest, I highly recommend checking that out. It is a very good game. I recommend it thoroughly. Go hydrate. We will be back in 10 minutes. That will be at 7:40 Central Time. See you then.
Man, Roll20 is killing it today.
It happens to the best of us.
Sometimes it's nice, sometimes it just really wants to see an interesting game.
Rootin' tootin'.
Did you say you had a heart attack? No, sir, it was a cat attack.
But what if the cat was really adorable?
Then it was an adorable cat attack. Oh no, the Cookie Monster memes have started.
I don't know. Amber just drew that drawing thing, and that's immediately what I saw.
I was trying to figure out what she was getting at.
I don't know.
We'll have to
But,
ask her whenever she gets back.
by the way, y'all are doing fantastic so far, I would like to point out.
Yeah, it wasn't even before I got to the A, whenever I said, "Can you kick a ball?" that I knew what was coming.
I mean, you set me up for it. I had to take the spike.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But you did want to check her kicking game. It is, in fact, very strong.
Strong kick game.
Very much so.
Sarah, Jacob, are you back?
Hello.
I don't hear anything.
I think we both said we were back at the same time.
Aha! And then we just need Amber, who bopped out of the chat, apparently.
Hopefully that's a because we're on break and not a Discord is hating on her.
You know how Discord be sipping on that haterade.
Discord. Discord was giving me haterade yesterday, and it almost never does that. Well, fortunately, the next kicks to the head can be fatal, Basket of Mercy. I just want to point that out. The next conversation does not involve Grace, at least not yet. Gaz, you've been talking with Lars, but Vitando just walked up.
Oh. Where did you wander off to?
I believe we were recruiting.
Oh, right. Did you have any luck?
Yes, her name is Monty. She is a very good fighter, but I would highly suggest not lowballing her when it comes to splitting the loot, or else she might lowball you.
If you know what I'm saying.
Nice.
Thank you.
Oh, why did you make her mad?
I don't think I made her mad. I think we were sparring. She was testing my mettle. I just didn't realize it was a test at first. Slow to start, I should say.
Fair enough. Oh no, she sounds really scary.
Really scary is sometimes the most reliable.
I'm not sure that we could all agree on that right now. It's a turning glance towards the monster.
I was gonna say, Lars is still bleeding last I checked. How's that healing spell coming, Lars?
I am going to cast Healing Word on myself, which has just a verbal component.
Excellent. What is your healing word?
Oh, now I gotta think of another thing. Oh, okay. It's gonna be heck.
Okay.
All right. 1d4 plus my, what is that? Intelligence? Wisdom modifier. Okay, so ba-doop boop boo, ba-doop boop boo. 1d4. Heck. Plus wisdom. My wisdom modifier is 4, so I regain 5 hit points.
So you've only lost 1.
Wow.
Alrighty.
If you'd rolled literally any other number, you would have been full health.
Yeah, I'm feeling like a jabroni right now. I think heck might have been the best, most appropriate healing word I could have used.
Yeah, I think you hecked your heck.
Hey, man.
Heckin' Hexen.
As you're using this healing word, Vitandra would take one glance at you and say, I take it recruiting's not going very good on your end?
It could be going better. As evidenced by the me on my shirt. But who have you been talking to?
Well, I've been talking to Monty. She has an axe.
Ah, did you
She's very
ask her
good
to
at
come with
swing-
us?
I did ask her to come with us.
What'd she say?
She said she would be good. And I said I would talk to the party.
I'm down for a choppy chop maiden.
Everyone looks at Gaz.
Sounds fairly reasonable, although I am not sure about those lowball tests.
Does anyone know where the other two went?
Nope.
Lars, you probably never saw Grace leave the tavern, so it is assumable she's still in there.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, last I checked, Grace is still hanging out in the tavern, getting her drink on. What say we head over there and see if we can find her?
A good enough plan. Before I enter the tavern, can I see Vic up on the hill?
Roll perception.
Why do I ask these things? I know it's a terrible score.
Why do we even have that letter?
Wow!
Gaz. There's a smudge on your glasses.
It's like actually just like a full face of dirt covering the glass.
No, okay, so as a glasses-wearing human, when you're trying to look at something and there's a smudge on your glasses, you notice nothing else. You are immediately taking off your glasses and de-smudging them.
Yeah, absolutely, that is true.
Now that I think they're clean, can I try to look again?
Yes.
Watch it be worse.
-3.
-3. Here we come. Hey!
Oh, it's a 3.
In the darkness, you can't see that far, but there are 4 figures huddled around the fire.
Huh. Okay, I'm just gonna go into the tavern.
It's one of those things where it's like a little bit of honey or something sticky. So you got most of it off, but there's still that residue.
That's the worst. How did that even happen?
So, as your fellows walk into the tavern, Jovi looks from them to you, Grace, and says, "Ah, so these are the champions? Your friends? Will they be able to sustain fighting to the end?" Grace. Amber, are you there?
Right. That's my name. Sorry, I'm having elevation trouble. This is slipping out, and I need another pillow. What I was gonna go talk to the guy with the dog, but did I get that far?
You didn't. Everyone else is walking in, and the jester just asked if these were your friends and what you thought
yeah.
of their endurance.
What I think of their endurance?
Mm-hmm.
They're all right.
We will survive. Hey, hey.
The jester points at Lars. I like that one.
Oh, thank you, my good sir.
So, you all come in to find Grace talking with the jester.
Ah, Grace, there you are. We were wondering on how your search for candidates was going.
My search?
Yeah, I mean, we're all searching for the most appropriate candidates to take with us as we go to eradicate whatever lurks within the ruins. We were wondering if you'd made any headway.
He said he'd be up for it.
Is that true, mysteriously dressed bard fellow?
Of course. And you are?
Oh, where are my manners? I am Lars F. de Mahikins. I am a cleric of Pan. Have you heard the good news?
And what good news is that?
Pan's got tiny shoes just for you. I hold out my chick track.
That sounds elating.
Okay.
The jester does not seem enthused, but his words would tell you he is enthused.
Oh, I'm glad to find another pious fellow around these parts. Would you care to join us as we attempt to clear out the threat within?
Of course. That is why we are all here, after all, is it not?
Of course, and then leaning close. Of course, if you were to come with us, that gentleman over there, I point to Patchy, or I gesture towards Patchy. He won't be joining with us because he finds you disagreeable.
That's all you get is a laugh in response.
Just a tee-hee?
Just a tee-hee.
Oh man, okay. So I turn back to the other fine folks that are with me. All right, so it looks like we've got one recruit down. Do we have any suggestions on the other?
Where'd everybody else get to? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I asked where did everybody else get to?
Well, we seem to have lost sight of Vic. But I'm sure we can find them again. With something, shiny nearby. It'll probably work.
Mm-hmm.
Shiny.
The jester's just plucking notes on his mandolin absently.
Excuse me, Mr. Jester. By the way, what's your handle there, partner?
Some people call me a space cowboy.
Oh,
Others
I think
call me a gangster of love.
Oh, I was gonna say soldier of love, but gangster is actually the lyric.
There are
Last
some
1 hour. What
who
did he
call
just
me
say?
Maurice.
Wow.
But you can call me Jovi.
I'm sorry, what was that last bit?
You can call me Jovi.
Joe. Is by any chance is Jovi your last name?
You asked my handle, and Jovi it is.
Is your first name by any chance John?
Blank stare.
All right. Okay. Sure. Why not? All right, Jovi. I actually did have a line of inquiry, but I can't remember what it is now for the life of me.
Well, you were asking about John. Johnny used to work on the docks. Then the union went on strike. Tragic story.
Did he take home his pay for love?
Yes, you've heard it.
Oh no, just once or twice. It's been a while since I heard that tale.
Vic, we're gonna swing back around to you.
You did say Vic, right?
I did.
Okay. I do have one last question for the trio. Have you all traveled together on your adventures? Are you a close-knit group? Because it seems a team of 3 can't be easily divided into 2.
Mary gives you a grin. Oh, I haven't always traveled with these fine folks, but when we all stumbled into town the same night, we had the same luck with the intellect of our potential partners.
I didn't catch that last part. What was that? The intellect
Of our potential partners. So we decided to take it up here on our own.
Oh, birds of a feather. I'm kind of an avian documentarist myself. I actually just finished studying the great avian cleric Lars. I believe he's an elf, the first of his kind. He has this wonderful cry. It's sort of a soothing cry. Pen shoes, pen shoes. Pants tiny shoes. Vic
You get
adds
a
a little inflection
trio
on
of
the end.
scowls from the 3 of them as they all begin to doubt whether or not they should have let you up on the hill.
Now, in reading, can I register that they're scowls, or do I register that as keep going?
Roll insight.
I'm gonna keep crowing, pants tiny shoes, pants tiny shoes. It's such a wonderful cry. Ah,
Vic
to
tries to
spend-
throw you off the cliff.
Hold on. Hold on. Can I fight that?
Yes.
What do I need to do?
Dexterity
To-
saving throw.
I'm going to attempt to plie my way of being thrown off the cliff.
You are able to maneuver yourself onto the ladder instead of falling headfirst to your doom.
I'm going to land on the ladder and just give out a quiet wee. Wee! Ah, this swings too. This is such nice. Now, I assure you, I know what I am talking about of the avian variety. I have spent many years documenting them in my books and doing research. I can show you this magnificent new bird if you wish.
Not today.
I see. I see. Well, like the great migratory birds, I will leave you to rest and recoup for the next day's travels. Good night to you. Good day. I can't tell what time. Can I tell what time of day it is as I
Roll
look around the
nature.
sky?
No.
Good to the day. I say, and I make my way down the ladder.
Looking at the sundial, you realize it is cloudy.
Exactly.
Vitandro, you see your companion Vic coming down the hill on a rope ladder.
And you said that we could see that there's 3 other figures up there?
Mm-hmm.
Vic! Vic! Did you get recruits too?
Do I hear this?
Yes.
I am making how well am I making it down this ladder?
I had presumed you'd already made it down.
Okay. I have not seemed to procure any recruits, though there is always a chance more can be done. There's always a chance more can be found. And I say, onward, and I walk with Ventaro and follow where they're going.
Yes. Well, if you haven't found a recruit, maybe you can be a tiebreaker. Because if everyone else has found a recruit, we need people to break ties.
Okay.
The real trick to breaking a tie is to suspend the cloth tautly between 2 points when you swing the knife.
What if I don't have a knife?
What if we were just thinking about tying a tie like you would
I think you
wear
could just
on a
say
suit?
sharp object.
And why do we have to break ties?
I don't know. Anyways, you all are back together again, so this is a free-for-all. Who are you taking with you? Do you want to interrogate more individuals?
Interrogate.
So if everyone is all back together, I'll just ask them, hey, did you guys want me to try to convince anyone else to come with us?
I met 2 at the blacksmith. One that seems to handle themselves quite well with a mace, and the other that prefers daggers of the sharp variety. And those upon the hill seem very, very good at their trade. Though I don't see them working well outside of the camaraderie that they have. So if we can find another recruit, that would be best. Because I have had no luck.
Gauze did find 2 very willing recruits.
I did, yes. Well, I
Do you mention
did
it to us?
I do. I did happen upon a couple of very interesting individuals that would be more than willing to join us. One's
Can't we already have two? Like, how do we pick two people?
mm,
Above table, is there anyone that's smart of our group? Because
Is there
I
anyone
am
who's
struggling, but my character is not smart, so she cannot be the one to
I'm
advise.
very
To be like,
intelligent.
so you
Counts as
would
just
maybe
one.
think that it might be good to balance out our party.
Intelligence is almost average.
What is this? God, balanced party meta? Jeez. Everybody knows you just glass cannon all the way.
I mean,
All blasters
Nothing
all the time.
we have
Nothing
to pick
ever goes.
somehow. So
Yeah, someone
eventually,
has
if
to
no
make a
one
decision.
suggests
I'm
anything,
amused that you all just latched on to Jovi for absolutely no reason.
A reason, it's just not a good one.
Vic is gonna leave the bar,
Okay.
and it's gonna
You
head
do
back
walk
to the
by
blacksmith.
these
Where are
two
you-
shady-looking fellows here.
Vic,
I
where are you
wasn't
going?
sure. I'm going to hopefully find our last recruit. It seems being one short is not good. So,
But we have 3 options on the table.
but the early
But
bird
Vic's
gets
gonna
the
add a couple
worm.
more.
Yeah, and Vic is like strolling out happily, saying, "The early bird gets the worm."
Okay.
You seem to be a little late on this one.
I just look at everybody else. Like, I don't know what to do.
Vic, what are you doing?
Well, on my way to the blacksmith.
That
I
fellow
know-
is wearing a full helmet and scale mail armor. You can see a small collection of bombs tied up in a pouch on one hip, an axe on the other, and he's slowly twirling a hook on the end of a rope.
Does this scale mail armor have any sort of insignia or any kind of brooch?
No.
Does he have a cape?
Yes, he's wearing a cape.
No capes. What about this one?
This fellow is bleeding from a number of fresh cuts across his body, although he is holding a knife and looks as if he is intentionally giving them to himself. He looks up at you and smiles in a very hollow, haunting way.
Goodness, you are freshly cut and bleeding. Do you need someone to tend to your wounds?
No, I can tend to my own wounds, thank you. Your generosity is noted.
All right. Are they still like? What are they doing with that knife?
Are you going to ask, or are you going to try to observe?
I am going to ask what do you tend to do with that knife?
Pain is strength. Strength defeats the monsters.
So you get stronger the more you fight and the more pain you receive?
Holds true for me, not for all.
I understand. How would your pain defeat the monsters?
Would you like to see?
Vic is very curious.
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Wait, before I roll that, okay, I just want to see what feats I have.
Do you have Pan's tiny feats?
You can tell that he is trying to transfer his pain to you, but you were strong enough to resist it.
I see. The and I understand that the pain that he inflicts on themselves can be transferred.
Yes.
I say I see. So as long as you still stand and can still feel, you can transfer that. Interesting. Would it be all right if I notate this? This is something I've not seen in my travels before.
You may note whatever you wish.
I am Vic Thornberry. What is your name?
I'm Charles.
Charles. My great uncle once removed name was Charles. Charles Niguinius Thornberry, a wonderful seaman, a fantastic adventurer. Loved the open air and the astronomy that guided him. You have a very strong name.
Well, I am just Charles.
See.
Will you be setting out in the morning?
Yes, and it seems as though we are one short for our team. Do you travel alone?
I would be willing to bleed for you.
Okay, out of character. That's just weird. Random person I meet willing to like bleed for me.
If you haven't noticed, most people in this town are a little off.
D- Can I?
Don't kink shame him.
I'm not trying to, but like that sanity is scaring me. It's is Charles insane? Do I see that he's insane?
Roll insight.
I feel like you kind of have to be just a little insane to be able
Yeah.
to withstand.
Oh, he's
cutting
definitely mad.
yourself.
Like angry mad?
No, like insane mad.
Like
Oh, okay.
psychotic.
Charles, you shouldn't have to bleed for anyone but yourself, and if you do bleed, make sure that the monsters are worthy of taking down, that they are truly evil.
Charles smiles at you. Aren't we all?
It does seem that. And I'm gonna, man, that confused Vic. That meeting confused Vic.
Poor Vic.
He needs
of all
a
the
drink.
characters to talk to this character.
he needs a drink, a little bit of sherry to pick up his spirits.
Original mission forgotten.
And I'm gonna come back to the tavern and ask for a bit of sherry, if you please, a little spirits to warm the spirit.
The barkeeper holds out a gnarled hand, palm up, a silent expression of just hollow emptiness on his face.
Can I have a feather to take out of my pocket and give to him and say, can I have a feather to take out of my pocket and give to him?
Yes.
I'm going to give the barkeep a feather and say, this is the majestic feather of the... What type of birds are in this?
Whatever type you want to put in.
Can I say that this is the beautiful the feathers of the beautiful emperor penguin, one of the last of its kind found in the South Tropics of the Bahamas. It's strange how they were found there. It was quite a fascinating tale, but one of the first and one of the last I was
Drops the
able
feather
to.
on the greasy ground.
No.
Holds hand out, palm up.
Then I'm gonna reach in my pocket and say, "Oh, okay. You're not a seafaring bird fan. Okay, this is the great feather of the mighty, bald great eagle. It's so majestic how it soars in the sky like a true king among its kingdom."
Drops the feather on the greasy ground. Holds the hand back out, palm up.
And I'll say, "I don't have any gold." That's out of character. What would you like for the sherry? It seems feathers are not the currency you would like, or you don't seem fascinated by them.
All you get is
Wait,
hollow
I have
silence.
I have no idea what I missed, but am I observing this?
Yes.
Okay. It lasts an hour. Comprehend languages.
Yes.
Oh.
What are you trying to comprehend?
His language, but I guess it doesn't include body language. It
Yeah, he's
specifically just
not
says,
speaking.
yeah, god damn it, never mind. I can't help you. Sorry, I had to drop off. I got a call about our RV in the shop, so I missed
Oh,
a
you're
little
fine. Is someone gonna pay for poor Thornberry's drink?
Vic is gonna say, "Oh, I do. If you're looking for gold," and he pats himself down. I do seem a bit short at the moment, but I assure you, good barkeep, those feathers are worth more than gold. One is from a rare bird that doesn't even exist in the Bahamas anymore. He's actually back in the North Pole, the northern side of the world, back in the cold where he belongs. And the eagle, just poor thing, molted its old feathers off, and it's a once in a rare occasion. It only happens once every, and Vic thinks about it, once every 8 years.
Is that true?
Is the barkeeper
No, I don't
twitching
think
at
it's
all?
true.
Barkeep's not twitching.
Okay. Grace will sigh and get up and walk over and pick up the feathers and hand them to her. And slip him like 5 copper. What's a general drink worth?
Roll history.
That's gonna go well.
It's worth 1 soul.
Oh god.
Exactly.
5 coppers is way too little. You've got to put at least 5 silvers in there.
Okay, I dropped 5 silvers.
They immediately disappear. The barkeep pours a foul-smelling beer and hands it to Vic.
I do believe your sherry is quite stale and has turned rancid, it seems. Can I
Don't drink the
smell
sherry.
this?
It has turned. You can smell it. Do you want to?
No.
Smell it.
But I
Smell it.
I am not going to insult the barkeep. I'm gonna take my drink and take my leave from the bar and find a table with the rest of the group. And tell Grace, thank you.
All right then.
Goodness.
Who's your second?
Well, everyone, Vic says, I on my way to the blacksmith to try and find our next recruit, I ran into quite a peculiar fellow who Charles was his name, wonderful name, who has a an interesting power, but he seems better suited in. And Vic thinks of how to delicately put. He would be much better in the middle of the infestation, taking care of everything, than with the group on their way to the infestation. He seems better built for infantry work, as it were, more frontline man than a tactical man, as we are. A smart lot.
If you want
Jovi just starts singing. Where have all the flowers gone?
If you want someone on the front line with me, I would recommend Monty. She's really good.
Oh, so we found a second for our group then.
Sounds like it.
Then we are all set for the morning, and all we need now is a good rest so we can be bright and spry in the morning.
Indeed.
Is everyone gonna agree to hire Monty?
I'm assuming the group already asked Monty that for them to join us. So
Monty's the cat with the axe, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure.
She just said to come tell her if the group decides on her, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Should probably go inform her, you know?
yeah, it'd probably be wise.
Prudent, one could say.
You're in!
Crash of boxes coming down. She picks up her axe. Well, alright then. Lead the way, little one.
We're all back at the tavern. I love how fast she is.
Yes.
And I take it she's already introduced herself.
A woman with blue painted on her face and long, unkempt hair bursts in the door. Alright! 3 rounds on me, and tonight we party, 'cause tomorrow we die.
Yeah, I'm with. Wait, did you say die?
Absent-mindedly, Vic is gonna say here, and not thinking about it, take a swig of that beer the barkeep gave him.
Cool.
Does
Constitution
anything
saving
happen?
throw.
Oh, thank goodness, I'm actually good at this. Oh wait, no, I'm not. Oh wait, yes I am.
Wow!
This has been a trip!
Yeah, that's just a roller coaster of emotions.
But,
Do I survive that swig of beer?
With a 20 Constitution save, you're not even drunk.
Well, it didn't kill me. It didn't knock me out. It wasn't poisonous, was it?
No.
Was it edible?
It was
I guess with
fine.
I guess with the 20 it doesn't matter.
It's only as poisonous as really strong cheap booze is.
Vic is just gonna smack his lips and say, I will go ahead and take that round now.
The Monty is throwing money around, so the barkeep is much more generous in their pours.
I'll tell everyone you must try this wonderful beer. It's fantastic. A little scary in the sights, but it just wonderfully warm.
Are they putting us up for the night?
What was that?
Are they putting us up for the night? Like,
Yes,
did they
lodging
mention that?
in town is free,
Cool.
paid for by the owner of the estate.
Is there a hotel, an inn?
Oh, you're all gonna stay in the sanitarium. Don't worry about it.
You sure there's not a hotel, a motel, or a Holiday Inn?
No, there's rooms at the inn, and many of the formerly inhabited homes have been turned into barracks of sorts.
Ah, okay.
But we're staying at the sanatorium?
No, you're not. That was a joke.
Oh, okay.
I would really prefer not to go back there.
Goss had a bad experience.
I think that if this party's really kicking it, that Vitondo near the end would go up to Monty and be like, You know how to rock this house! And since his dedication is to partying and
Yes.
glory, I'm going to use ceremony to give her a D4 to saving throws for the next 24 hours. And then she might not even die in the next 24 hours.
I'm going to give her a little pink dot to remind me something's wrong with her, but you have to
I'll
remind me
remind
to throw that D4 onto her saving throws.
Okay, I probably will completely forget, but it's just something that I wanted to do.
Yes, that is fantastic. There's music, there's drinking, there's potentially even debauchery. And you all set out the next morning. The road to the manor is twisted and dark in the early morning mist. But your directions were very clear. You're going in an old sewer entrance that should take you into the lowest levels. Using those new tricks I'm learning. Finding the entrance is simple. Surviving the dungeon is another matter entirely.
Oh, we've got a dungeon. What about the dragon?
We're getting there, don't worry.
Oh, sweet.
That will be
Don't tempt
next
me.
week. This is where we're going to call it for tonight.
It's a really big map.
It is a really big map. Thank you so much to our audience for joining us. If you're watching this later on YouTube, thank you for sticking around this long. We hope you all have a absolutely wonderful time out there. Be safe in the world at large. Remember to wash your hands. Please, please remember to wash your hands and be safe. Everyone have a good night. Goodbye.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.